All right. Hello, everybody. Hi, I am Zenith, also known as Susie Potter, the founder of Zenith Healing, and welcome to Tarot Tuesday. I am live here every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern on Instagram and on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram at goddess_zenith. And welcome. So what we do every week is we pull a card for each of the 12 zodiac signs, giving you your weekly spiritual message. But before that, I'm just going to talk a little bit about where we're at right now at this time. So we just had a full moon in Libra last week, and it was a powerful full moon, all about balance. And so here we are a week later at the last quarter and getting ready to really just finalize this lunar cycle, finalize whatever has been up for you during this time. And we're headed into a new moon. So let's see where we're at. And, you may have started some new projects at the beginning of this month. You may have readjusted. This has really been a period of adjustment for the collective, right? As you may know, right? As you may be experiencing a time of really being limited, squeezed in. And excuse me, that's a very Pluto energy. Pluto and Capricorn and Saturn, which rules Capricorn, have been very, very much a part of our shift during this time. And Pluto is the planet which governs Scorpio, and it's a planet of annihilating that which does not work. It's a planet of endings. It's a planet that it has very harsh energy, but we need that. Sometimes we need to just slash and get rid of whatever is getting in the way of really being in alignment with our higher self and our true purpose. So Pluto has been doing that. And then Capricorn is an earth sign, and it's very much about structures. So we're doing away with structures that don't work. And at the same time, we are being squeezed in and we're being limited. We're staying at home. But within that limitation, we are going back to the basics. We're going back to what really matters, to the things that really are the foundation of our life. And so that's been the general theme in this past month. And so being that we're at this last part of this lunar month, it's about looking back and really just seeing everything that you've been through, what has worked, what hasn't. And finally, it's about tapping into that gratitude. It's about really feeling, okay, like everything that has happened, how can I be grateful? How can I have compassion? How can I connect? And just, be in alignment with the energy of that, of appreciation, of gratitude. So that's where we're at. And so I have here the 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This 12 signs. So I'm going to shuffle that. And so today I'm really feeling a very simplistic vibe. So all we're gonna really use today, and by the way, these cards that I just shuffled are from the Arcana of Astrology deck. And we're just gonna use the Conscious Spirit deck today. Very simple, and I'm gonna do most of it just channeling directly from Spirit, very simple. And we're just going to confirm it with the Conscious Spirit deck. So hi, welcome. For those of you just tuning in, hi, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Another week. And so let's see what we got here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this. And just a reminder that I am offering virtual intuitive tarot reading sessions for whoever wants a more in-depth or personal reading. I am offering that at this time. Okay, let's see. Beautiful. So let's switch out. So last week's card for the collective general card was Embrace Change. And you can see she's standing at like a portal. She's standing at an opening. And today's card is Crystal Ascension. So ascension, what does that mean, right? Rising into your into your highest potential at this time, because it never really ends. And it says, I am attuned to the universal wisdom and energy of the Crystal Kingdom. What a beautiful card. And she looks like a fairy surrounded by crystals. And to me, this really speaks to just connecting to stones, right? And what are they? They're basically, products of the earth. And each one has a different vibration and energy. And it's a beautiful thing to connect with crystals. I use them in my Reiki sessions, in my rituals, stuff like that. And so I'm going to put up also if I can find it. Let's see. If I'm not mistaken, we should be either at the last quarter or just past it, but we'll put that up there. Okay. So let's start. Let's see what sign we're going to start with today. All right, so we're starting with Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what is in store for you. So actually, I'm going to light a little bit of Palo Santo and just connect a little bit for a moment here. So take a breath with me. And just take a moment to connect to yourself and connect to your own breath. All right. Okay, Aquarius. So what I'm getting, Aquarius, is the message I'm getting is to get ready to forge ahead a new path for the future. And that there's a vision that is coming up for you that you're ready to implement or very excited or eager to implement. But then just remember that before you can jump ahead, there's some things that you probably need to finalize. And there are some things that you need to remember, and you need to just use in this future endeavor that's coming up for you. And I'm getting that it does have to do with bringing people together and connecting, because after all, that's the gift of the energy of Aquarius, right? Bringing people together and remembering that we're all connected. So somehow that is a part of your mission. And so let's see what the Oracle cards have to say about that. Aquarius. Yeah, so this is a very uplifting and encouraging card. It says, reach for your dreams. And it says, I am the creator of my own dreams and achieve them with confidence. And what I'm getting with this is that this also has to do with remembering that you are manifesting what is to come. So don't get caught up in feeling like you have to do things, or feeling like in the illusion that you're in a rat race, because you're not. You're actually manifesting things, all the things that are in your life. And when you sink into that gratitude, and when you connect to that vibration, that illusion that, you know, you have to get things done, it fades away. And actually, abundance flows more freely. So remember that. Okay, Aquarius? All right. All right. Let's see the next card. All right. All right, Libra. So Libra, we just had a full moon. And of course, that's a very emotional time, the time of release. So here we are a week later. Let's see what your spiritual message is. Actually, I'm going to channel that. Libra. So what I'm getting for Libra is that you might really be feeling that space. The word space is coming up, the space between you and others that you love. The space in your home, or lack of space, or too much space. There's something about balance, feeling either like you have too much space or not enough space. Either within your home, within yourself, or, you know, the space between you and people that you might not be able to be around right now at this time due to, you know, social distancing and all of that. But that is what I'm getting, Libra. Something about balance. You're feeling a tension. You're feeling a restricted in one way or the other. And underneath all of this is really just the emotion of loneliness. There's a loneliness, there's a sadness, there's the need for you to just really connect with yourself and just give yourself that pep talk, and just really like remember that you are connected to a much deeper source, right? We are all interconnected. But I'm getting that you really need to just feel that, right? Like you need to, you know that mentally, but you need to feel that emotionally, physically, Libra. And I get that. And I see that coming up for you at this time. And so what's the lesson there? What's the challenge there for you to learn and for you to accept? And how do you manage this, Libra? So hi, welcome. Good to see ya. But let's see what the Oracle card has to add to that. Okay, root chakra reversed. So the root chakra card, she's embracing herself. You see that? And so this is a really big opportunity for you to embrace yourself and connect to yourself. And how do you self-soothe? How do you give yourself that comfort? You know, what can you do to, you know, bring that into your life? And so it says, I have everything I need to survive and grow on this physical plane. So you may not have, you may be focusing on what you don't have, and that's okay and that's valid. But this card is reminding you that you actually have everything you need, and to remember that and appreciate that. And that's part of the lesson right now, to really embrace that the bare bones, the basics of life are so beautiful to really like honor and be grateful for. So again, bringing in that theme of gratitude that we're in now during this time. This part of the lunar phase is about what can you be grateful for? Yeah, okay, you don't have your loved ones around you, you can't hug them. all of that. But you do have food, or what do you have? What do you have? So that's the lesson for Libra. Okay. All right. I'd love to see what your zodiac signs are. I haven't gotten you memorized yet, so I don't quite know. But let's see. Okay, so we have Aries next. Aries. We had a new moon in Aries earlier this month, and we'll have another new moon in Aries coming up. So Aries, you're getting a lot of, we're all benefiting from the energy of Aries, but you're also getting a lot of boosts, okay, energetically. So let's see what this week is about for you, Aries. I'm getting, Aries, that you're getting a lot more clear on, it's almost like you've been in this place of like going back and forth between these two ideas or choices or paths, and you've kind of been, in this seesaw type of emotion. But this week is really about like, you're really gravitating towards one side now, and that's becoming more clear. It's becoming more clear which direction to go in. And so the guidance here is to follow the path and follow where the abundance is. I think that this is really about you connecting with your intuition and being able to trust that as your guidance system. So connect to the heart. Your heart is your guidance system. The heart has an electromagnetic field that actually we receive information through the heart before it reaches the mind and the brain. So trust the heart. I mean that literally and metaphorically. As you start to gravitate towards this path, we're just on Aries right now. Welcome. So what I was saying is that you've been in this seesaw place, and now you're gravitating towards something that's more clear. And the message is to trust the heart, because the heart is your guidance system. It's your compass. So, and along with that, you're going to see very clearly if this is the right way. So whenever that question comes up, is this the way that I need to be going? Do I do this or that? You'll know by what you're seeing and what is showing up and where the abundance is. Every time you try something out, if it responds abundantly, then that's a yes. If there's, not much of a response, then that's no, right? So that's what I'm getting. Like, the work for you is to get out of your head and more feel your way through this path. But it's becoming more clear as far as like the things that maybe you were holding on to are slipping away. So just let them slip away. And, the work that you might have done during the full moon of releasing, that's helping this process now. So let's see what the oracle cards have to say about that. Okay. Wow. Okay. So you got the healer reversed. And so the healer is saying, I am loving and compassionate and able to bring healing to others. So your path might be about this, about taking on this role of healer. And of course, healer doesn't always, have to be the more ancient ways of healing, through Reiki and, these alternative methods of healing, alternative, but or even medical, it could be, but it doesn't have to be. It could be anything in which you're helping someone find their way. So anything at all in which that is the focus or the motivation, that, the word healer is encompassed in that. So just remember that this is the foundation of where you're headed, that guidance system. And yeah, so this is a very strong reminder that, you know, the way that you have healed yourself, that's going to give you information as well as to where to go. Go with what you know. Go with your experience. Okay? All right, Aries. Cool. Let's see who's next. What does it mean reversed? Yeah. What I think it means is that it's a reminder. It's something that you probably forgot or weren't clear. So whenever a card is reversed, it's remember, it's not negative, good or bad, positive, negative. That's a dualistic way of thinking. It's more about the direction in which that energy is flowing within you. So if a card is upright, that means that you're in alignment with it. You're probably aware of it. It's going to flow more easily, etc. If it's reversed, it's probably just showing up as a challenge or a lesson or a reminder that you're not aware of. So that's how I read reversed and upright. Good question. Okay. All right, you're welcome. You came in just in time. Okay, cool. Let's see who's next. Let's pull this one, Gemini. All right, Gemini. Okay. I believe we're going to have a big shift into Gemini, if I'm not mistaken. The moon's nodes are going to be shifting pretty soon, around the first week of May 6th, something like that. And I believe the North Node will be in Gemini, which means that's the direction we're all headed in. And Gemini, of course, is that energy of the twins, the energy of soulmates, of partnership. So partnership to come, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, thank you so much. Hillary says, you help me so much every week. Thank you. You're welcome. Yay, I'm glad. All right, cool. Gemini, let's see what's in store for you this week. Let's see. What I'm getting, what's showing up for me, first of all, is that Gemini, you tend to have a lot of balls up in the air at once, right? Like you tend to have a lot of things in your mind. You're a sign that is very mental, very intellectual. So what I'm seeing is like scattered thinking, focusing on multitasking. But what I'm seeing for you is that there's a movement, a shift happening for you, a separation that's happening, or being able to have space, being able to really find space in your center. And that is allowing you to really hone in on what's really important for you. So it's almost like things are clearing, right? There's a clearing happening for you. There's still, all the things you want to do are still there, but you've managed to really find some space within, at the center of it all. And the reminder here is that really acknowledge that and be grateful for that, because remember that when you have space, you're able to see things more clearly. It's like that bird's eye view, right? When we're in something, it's hard to see because you're surrounded by it. Whereas if you were able to be a bird and float up and look from above, you actually see things that aren't there. So this is really about gaining perspective and being able to slow down. And when I say space, I mean being able to slow down and not have to jump into the next task and the next task and the next task so quickly, right? But being able to slow down and be mindful and be okay with that. Yeah, that has been helpful for you. So just remember that moving forward. And let's see what the Oracle cards have to say. Okay, yeah. And so we got rest. Oh my gosh. And this was such a big card, a few weeks ago for the collective. Uh, at day's end, rest and being able to rest is creating that space. And it says, I find peace in nature and rest my body and mind in order to connect to spirit. And this is such a valuable thing for Gemini, being able to, you know, turn the computer off at the end of the day and let it reboot, right? The computer being our mind body system, right? We need that. We need to be able to get adequate amount of sleep, be able to luxuriate, in this moment. And especially for Gemini, that's a very mental thinking, multitask, very communicative. It's okay for you to be silent. It's okay for you to be still, right? So that's the reminder here. And be grateful for that. Okay, cool. Let's see who's next. All right. Virgo. All right, Virgo. Let's see what the message is for you during this last week of the lunar month. I'm actually getting that there's something like unexpected in the horizon for you coming soon. And that actually what you're focused on and what you are feeling really focused on, passionate about at this time, it's not that it doesn't matter, but it's not going to be what you expect. And I think that the message here for you, Virgo, is to be open to change and be open to new possibilities, because I see something great in the horizon. I see something coming for you. And the more that you're able to flow and be open and be willing and be curious, the more that you might be surprised that it's something that could benefit you, Virgo. So this is a very interesting reading for you. I'm not saying that you should forget about whatever you're focused on at all. I think that that's leading you towards this new aspect in your life. And I'm getting that it's something that you really are like just in love with, something, that it's really coming from within, like this very deep place, whatever you're working on now. And it's going to bring you more things. So that's awesome, Virgo. Great. Hi, welcome. Yes, I see you. We haven't gotten to Pisces yet, so you're good. Okay. All right. And so the oracle card for Virgo is the Air Elemental. What a beautiful card. And it says, I embrace the element of air and am open to all knowledge and wisdom. So be open to all knowledge and wisdom. That's, yeah. Oh, thank you. Vanessa says I look beautiful. Thank you. Great. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that this is actually a spiritual download. It looks like to me it's something that's really coming from spirit, that's coming, like something that's faded for you actually, and something that you didn't know you've been waiting for. I don't know, it's something kind of like unexpected, but once it's here, it's just gonna make sense. So the message is just to remain open, Virgo. It's just to remain open. Don't close yourself off. Virgos can tend to do that because we get, Virgos, I'm not a Virgo, but Virgos get really caught up in the details and the plan. And, you really like things to look, the shadow side is perfectionism, right? But the gift is that you're detail oriented and you can tell that you put so much consideration and thought and just love into everything you do. So, and that's okay. And, you can get attached to things, right? So we all can, right? But That's the energy of Virgo. But so the message is here is to remain open. Just remain open and willing. Okay? Good things to come for Virgo. Awesome. Welcome. Hi. All right. So we're doing who's next? Let's see. All right, Pisces. Whoop, whoop. Just in time, Vanessa. Okay, Pisces. And as you can see, if you're joining in now, today I'm just doing a straight channel, and then I'm just confirming with the oracle cards today. Very simple. And the theme for today is gratitude for this week. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me, I'm getting comfortable here. Okay. So, Pisces. Let's see what we got for this week. Yeah, I see that there's been a lot of joy in your life and a lot of excitement and a lot of just like a burst, like just a burst of energy and celebration. And what I see is that now things are kind of slowing down and like the initial, it's almost like that initial burst of energy is now settling. It's almost like when you, I don't know, I can't think. It's almost like throwing confetti into a bowl of water. I don't know why I'm thinking of this metaphor. And then that now the confetti is like slowly just sinking down to the bottom. That's what I'm getting in my head. So I think that it's about settling in and being okay with that and sinking in a little deeper. All right, Pisces, and allowing yourself to do that and allowing yourself to go there and like really let that joy and that celebration sink in and yeah, and reach those depths. So I'm getting like a slowing down, stillness, and to be okay with that. Be okay with the stillness, be okay with the settling. Yeah, I'm getting that it's almost like you want to keep the party going, is what I'm getting. Like, but the message is to be okay that, we're on pause right now. And that there's a benefit to going deeper and being able to see like what you've accomplished so far and honoring that and being grateful for that. Let's see if the oracle cards can amplify that a bit or add to that. Okay, yeah. So we got the Moon Goddess. Ooh, what an awesome card. And yeah. So it says, I am harmonious flow with the moon's energy in all phases of life. So be able to, be in alignment with where we're at now as far as the moon, right? Right now, we're in the last week of the lunar month. We're headed towards that new moon, but we're not there yet. So it's almost like you're ready for the next thing. You're ready for the new moon, but make use of this week because this week is about revision and it's about acknowledging that which worked and didn't work, acknowledging your accomplishments, being grateful. So how can you really just be grateful in this week? You don't need to add anything new yet. Just chill for a moment, right? That's really what this message is for you, Pisces. And also, like, she's a badass. Like, you can see in this card, like, she's really wielding her power. And she does that by tapping into the phases of life right now in this time. Okay? All right. Cool, Pisces. All right, let's see who's next. Leo. All right, Leo. Let's see what the message is for you this week. Huh. I'm kind of getting like, hmm. Hmm. I don't know. I'm kind of getting like Leo, there's like a conflict. Not like a big conflict, but there's a push and pull for you. Um, and I'm also getting that there's something that you're wanting to say, like a message, something that you're wanting to communicate, something that you're wanting to share. Um, and you're hesitant about sharing it and how to share it. I'm also getting that there's like a sadness or a frustration, like a grieving for you, Leo. Um, you gotta let go. You gotta let go of what you're used to. It's like you really are struggling with letting go, and you're really like you're really wanting to share and looks like, being community, but you know, I've talked in the last few weeks, Leo, you vibe off of being in the spotlight and of being social and being seen and um yeah, but you know, there's something there about letting go. I don't know. This one kind of threw me off a bit, but let's see if the oracle cards can help a bit. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So this card is about protection. So it's like you're protecting yourself, you're protecting your family, you're wanting protection. Um, and so the card is Archangel Michael, and I'm grateful for the strength and courage Archangel Michael brings into my life. So you're really tuning into that energy of Archangel Michael and being able to rise to this higher purpose. But there's still a grieving, there's still a grieving of how things were, but you're starting to embrace this new energy, this new vibration. Hello, welcome. I'm not doing individual cards because of time. But I do offer individual tarot readings at a discounted rate. So if you want to learn more about that, you can contact me, and I can send you info. But back to Leo. So Leo, there's a push and pull because it's like there's a deeper knowing that there's a higher purpose for you at this time, and you're starting to tune into that and get more clear about that. But at the same time, you're grieving how things were and what you're really wanting. So how can you find a way to just soothe that and go through your process of release, Leo? Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's see. Cancer. All right, Cancer. Let's see what's in store. So, the North Node of the Moon, it basically means like where we're headed as a collective, right? Where we're headed emotionally, what we're learning has been in Cancer. So we've been learning about our emotions. Cancer is about emotions, but it's also about our home. And look at us now, we're all staying home, right? So what a beautiful, interesting way that this has manifested. Well, it's beautiful in some ways. And so this is like the final time before we switch into a new North Node, Cancer. So let's see what we have in store during these final weeks for you. I'm going straight to the Oracle card. Okay, so I did get a sneak peek of it, but let me just see first what the message is for you, Cancer. I'm getting that there's an alignment, a favorable, fated alignment between you and some people actually coming soon. I'm getting that It's something that you've been wanting to manifest for a long time. It's something that is, I'm getting like timing. The time is right for you now. The people that are in alignment with your vibration, the vibration that you've worked to achieve at this time, right? Because, we shift our vibration through emotion, right? What we feel in the moment, we have the ability to shift that, through meditation, through awareness, through breathing, through movement, through whatever. And Cancer, that's like your thing. And you've worked to shift your vibration. So now by doing that, you're going to see how the people that you're drawing into your life are shifting. And there's going to be an alignment between you and some people that is going to really reflect to you that the timing is right. So for whatever it is that you're manifesting. So trust that and see that. And of course, there's always time to release, and that's the card that I pulled here, and it says, "I release that which does not serve my higher purpose with gratitude and love." So how are you releasing things? How are you releasing? Because we can release things out of anger. We could release things. We could be done with something and shut it out of our lives. But we can also release things and be grateful and say thank you for the lessons and the messages that you've brought into my life. I no longer need you. May you, be in love. I send you all my love, and really tuning into that and meaning that, really authentically tuning into that. How to release with love. That's going to really give you a big shift, Cancer, because you are an emotional sign. So you need that release to really come from an authentic, emotional, loving place. All right. So that's the message here for you. All right. You know what to do. And we have 4 more. All right. Scorpio. All right. Let's see here. I'm seeing a tension. I'm seeing that you are holding on to something that means a lot to you, that you're protective over. Scorpios can be very protective and possessive on the shadow side of things. But you look after your own, and it takes a lot to gain the trust of a Scorpio and the loyalty of a Scorpio, because when they do give it, they give it full-heartedly. And so there's something that you're very protective and loyal to. And there's something that you're reaching for, that you're wanting, that may not be in alignment with what you're holding on to. So there's a conflict there. It's causing a tension. It's causing you to outstretch yourself beyond your comfort zone or beyond what you can do at this time. But when we stretch, we grow. So this is really causing you to grow. Even though there's tension there, it's causing you to grow. So acknowledge that. And I'm also getting that that's what the gratitude is for you during this time. It's about being grateful that you have reached outside of your comfort zone. It may not have panned out in the way you want, or maybe it did, I don't know. But the important thing is the growth. And you've grown through leaps and bounds, and give yourself that credit. It's about giving yourself that credit. And so really it's about being grateful for yourself and, how much you've challenged yourself, Scorpio. And let's see what the oracle cards have to add. Okay, so we're talking about the solar plexus, which is about transformation. So how much have you changed? How much have you transformed? It's actually probably been more than you acknowledge, Scorpio. And it says, I take actions daily that awaken my personal power. So it's been a slow growth. It's been a growth of every day doing something, right? But can you take a moment to just pause and look back and see how far you've come? That's what this is about for you this week. Okay? All right. Cool. Nice. And we have 2 more. Actually, 3 more, lies. Okay, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. I guess I'll pull the card first and then I'll look at it. Okay. So, Sagittarius, let's see. So, I'm getting that there's like an antsiness or an agitation or an impatience because you've been in a bubble. And although the bubble is a reprieve, it's a vacation, it's protecting your mental health, really, and your stability and your ability to function. At the end of the day, Sagittarius is about that long-term vision. And because of the circumstances of the collective, but also just circumstances in your life right now, at this time, your ability to plan ahead and to have that vision has been a bit limited. And that's what's causing the impatience. Because it's almost like you want to be able to, it's like, Sagittarius has the bow and arrow, right? But your aim is off because you can't see clearly. So you're a little bit off your game because of that. But the message is, if you can't forge ahead, can you focus on your roots? Can what's the challenge here? Can you be in the present moment? Can you really be grateful for this moment and right now and continue to do that in each moment? Let's see. And so we got the fire elemental, and it says, I ignite the fire within me that connects me to the divine. So there's that fiery passion, agitation type of emotion. And how can you connect to that in a way that, you could express it? There's something that wants to be born through you, and that's okay. How can you start on that? How can you start to play with that in a creative way without needing to plan it? Without needing to put it in a date in the future. But how can you do it now and be okay with that? Okay, Sagittarius. We got 2 more. Let's go with Taurus, and then we'll do Capricorn. All right, Taurus. Let's see. Look at it first. So what I'm getting is patterns. Like there's a pattern of behavior. I mean, Taurus is really much about routine, and you like to be in your routine, and so it sounds like you've found a routine, but also there's a pattern that is repeating in your life. And okay, so what I'm getting is that there's something that has been a theme in your life that's been repeated over and over and over that I think you're finally at the verge of healing that. And what I mean is, it's not that the pattern goes away, it's that you find a way to express that pattern in a healthy way. So it looks like you are getting the groove of that. Like you're able to find a way to cope and to actually transform it into something else that is of benefit to you and is in alignment with your highest self. So that's pretty cool. And let's see what the Oracle card has for Taurus to add to that. Meditation. Yeah, so, and it's reversed. So to me, it's like, remember to keep doing this. And I'm a Taurus, so yeah, I need to keep doing it. And what a beautiful card. It says, I meditate daily to allow universal wisdom to flow through me. So not only meditation, but what are the daily patterns, the daily routines, the daily practices, your morning routine, your evening routine, whatever, that are allowing you to, like I said, develop this past pattern in a way that feels good, in a way that's like really like you're benefiting from now. You're in your flow and doesn't feel restrictive and doesn't feel like you're stuck in a rut, but it actually feels complementary to your life overall. So keep doing the things, you know, because it's like, okay, I found this new thing that I do every day and I'm feeling good. So since I'm feeling good, now I'm going to stop. It's like, nope, keep going, keep doing this thing because it's helping you. Okay, so that's the message for you, Taurus. Awesome. And finally, last but not least, we have Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, let's see what's in store for you. So I'm getting that actually, Capricorn, you've actually let go of a lot of things that weren't serving you. You've done a lot of shadow work. You have come to grips with a lot of things in your life that you hadn't before. You've processed it and you've actually really, you know, come out of that. Maybe it doesn't feel like it, but that's the message for you this week. Like, acknowledge that. Acknowledge the work that you've done and how much you've grown, and really love and embrace the person you are right now, today, in this moment. Because, yeah, what I can see is like a lot of peace coming to you if you're able to do that. Just really be grateful for your growth and all the work you've done. It hasn't been in vain. And so good for you for that, Capricorn. All right. That came flying out. And so we got movement meditation reversed, which is such a beautiful card. You know that I'm biased. I love this. I'm a dance movement therapist. I love dance. I love meditation. So movement meditation, yes. And it says, I celebrate and honor my physical body through dance and movement. And so remember to dance and remember to celebrate and remember to, you know, be in the moment. You know, dancing is such a physical, earthy thing to do, right? And Capricorn is an earth sign. It's about that physicality, that practicality. So remember to dance and celebrate yourself. And maybe that's how you can really, you know, embody this gratitude that we're talking about today and this week. So dance it out, Capricorn. All right. Okay, so that was the last card for today. We've reached the end of Tarot Tuesday. Remember to meet me here on Facebook or Instagram Live every Tuesday at 11 a.m. I'll be pulling a card for each of the 12 zodiac signs, channeling your weekly spiritual message. And if you want a more in-depth session, my intuitive tarot reading sessions I'm doing them virtually. And they're 65% off, which is just under $30. And so if you're interested in really getting your own personal message, you can contact me. I also offer Reiki sessions virtually and home healings, all sorts of stuff. Speaking of Reiki, I'll be doing a Reiki circle for the new moon. Look out for that. And I'm also still accepting people for my Reiki Level 1 virtual course. More info on that coming soon. I am Zenith. Thank you guys. And we do have a message from Hillary. You can almost see the light descend into your energy field when you channel. Aw, that's so beautiful. Thank you. What a beautiful confirmation. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in each week, guys. Mwah, mwah. See you guys soon. Bye.